farm. Time now 9:36, and it's been a very, very busy morning, and the business doesn't end because Tom and I are being joined by Drew Baker. Good morning, Drew.
A very good morning to you. How are you both?
I think we're good, aren't we?
We're doing very well. It was amazing to chat with some of Vision's queens just a moment ago, and now we're here with the voice of behind the stage door and the man who brought the Vision to Pembrokeshire.
Aren't those queens incredible? Do you know what though? I'm wearing my Six hoodie. I don't know whether you can see this because on the back.
You got your Kiss Me Kate one on today.
Oh, I got Kiss Me Kate on. Oh, I've got the wrong one on. I thought I had my. I thought I had my Six one on, which actually says the only queen on the back.
Oh, quick, go and get it on. That's what you need on. But Drew, taking us back actually with so many of these different hoodies, I bet you've got like masses of hoodies to wear every single day because you do so many productions.
I know, right? And I sort of have this thing now where I've started and I can't stop because I now have to have a hoodie per show. So
Yeah.
I can't tell you. There are so many hoodies hanging in my wardrobe is just full of hoodies. There's nothing else in it apart from hoodies. But I love it. But yes, we do a lot, and in fact, we were just talking off air. But we're very lucky. Our next production, which is Curious Incident, which happens the week after Six, happens to be our 50th production in 3 years. So it marks our 50th show, which is sort of a little bit insane, really. But then Tom just gave me a little bit of a flutter when he listed what we had before Christmas. I thought, actually, that's an awful lot.
The hyperventilating starts. I'm proud to say that I've featured in a handful of those as well, and the opportunities that you've provided for people like me, people older, people younger, through the youth vision as well. It's just been phenomenal. And the caliber and the standard that you're providing and the opportunities is just fantastic. So thank you from me and on behalf of everyone else that wants me to thank you now as well.
Thank you. It's you know it's so exciting, and it's so all I ever wanted was to literally create some opportunities for people who wanted to just get up and perform. I mean, it's when you do your hobby, you want to be doing it all the time, don't you? You know, if I always refer to it like golf. If you played golf, you want to play at least once a week. You want to just keep going. So what we're seeing now is this amazing standard of performers coming through, and what's even more exciting is watching these queens, for example, who've all now embarked on performing arts courses, and we've actually got our first few people who are about to start auditioning for theatre schools this year. So we're working with them to prepare them for their theatre school auditions. So it's exciting that these young people have now realized that it is a career, and it is a viable career, and it's exciting, and I just love it, and I there's not a day that I don't come into Vision and get excited about what we're doing next.
Yeah, I'm going to divert quickly. Gina, theatre school, bring back memories.
Oh, it does bring back memories. But, back in my day, it was a guy called Edson Keane that was a singing teacher in Milford Haven. He'd been to London teaching singing, and I found him and I stayed with him for a year. And then it was like, well, we're done here. You have to move on to London. But Vision is giving children and sort of young adults and adults, any age actually, that opportunity to stay here in Pembrokeshire and do what they love. We didn't have that back in my day.
Absolutely. And do you know what? We hear this a lot. I mean, I hear from a lot of parents now who say, gosh, I wish this was here when I was growing up, when I was younger. And I think that's what that's what we want to create. And also opportunities now. I love it when we do a show where parents and children are in the same show and they get to do it together and love that hobby together. It's always exciting.
And of course, we get to have progression right here in the county. We were talking about hoodies a moment ago. One hoodie that I wear proudly is my Big Pembs Panto hoodie. And Big Pembs Panto comes back this festive season. And you're looking for more young performers. And of course, we just chatted with Seren, who made that graduation from young performer. She was part of the bona fide adult casting last season.
Absolutely, and you know, gosh, I can't believe it. We're going into our 3rd year now of the Big Pembs Panto. That's crazy. With Snow White this year, and again, this is another one of those amazing opportunities, I think, for young people to be part of a professional company, a company of actors who are amazing pros who've been and trained. Of course, this year we've got Michelle Heaton, you know, Liberty X and Dancing on Ice, etc., who is playing our Woodland Fairy. And you know, the young people get a chance to. Well, this year they get a chance to do a lot more, because actually we're looking for young people to play our 7 dwarves, as well as be part of the ensemble and play villagers as well. So we're looking for even more children this year than we've looked for in the past 2 years, just because of the show. So yeah, and our auditions are on Saturday, which is very exciting.
This Saturday, of course. So previously, for parents that might be thinking of putting their young person forward for audition, you've split them up into different pods, different named teams previously. Is that a similar thing that's going to happen this season?
Absolutely. So because of child licensing, and we sort of really work really hard with Pembrokeshire County Council and the licensing departments to make sure, and with the schools as well, which is really important, because being part of a pro panto like this is not a light commitment. You know, there is a big commitment. You know, they're required every Saturday through November to do their rehearsals, and then in December we move into, you know, panto time, really. But we're split into groups so that they don't do every day. There'll be 3 groups again, and they'll sort of alternate their performances, so that it's not too much. And this year we're very lucky this year, because we're having Christmas Day and Boxing Day off this year. So there's no Boxing Day show. So we get a 2-day rest. I love it.
It's going to feel like the summer holiday all over again. 2 days.
I'm more excited than everybody else.
So come on then. On this, so it's this Saturday. You're looking for these young talents. As they walk through the door, what time do they need to be there? What do they need to wear, and what can they expect?
Absolutely. So 10 o'clock at Vision Arts in Haverfordwest. Come on down. Ideally, jump onto the website first, bigpembspanto.com, and register, so that we've got all of your details, so that you don't have to do that on the day. Come on in. We're going to do a bit of singing, bit of acting, bit of dancing. It's going to be a fun workshop. It won't be nothing to get nervous about. Come in, have some fun with us. Wear clothing that is suitable for movement. Bring a drink with you. Bring a snack, providing you're prepared to share it. Very important. But come in and just have a fun morning with us. Come and try it out. And I also say to everybody, look, when you come and you do an audition, whether it's for panto or whether it's for any show, you may think, do you know what, actually, this one isn't for me. I'm not feeling this one. And that's absolutely fine as well. But I always say, you don't know that until you're in the room and you feel it. There is, just because you've walked into that room, it doesn't mean that you've committed yourself to be in it. So don't feel, you know, if you're not feeling it, it's always better to say, do you know what, this one's maybe not for me. I'll come and try the next one.
Yeah. And from the other perspective, sorry, Tom, I was thinking, you know, if you're not quite sure whether you can I be doing this? Can I commit to this? Is it for me? Maybe you've never tried acting, singing, dancing and acting before, and you think, I'd love to try it. This is a perfect opportunity for that as well.
100%. Come down, give it a go. Come and just try. All we ask for is that when you're in that room, throw yourself into it. Have fun. Everybody's in the same boat, and that's what I love about auditions, is that everybody is in the same boat. Everybody in that room is feeling exactly the same as you are, and just everybody shows it in very different ways. Some people go really quiet. Some people go, like me, go a little bit crazy and go over the top and like, hello, I'm here. And it's all nerves, and it's all, but it's you use those nerves and get through. And do you know what? And hopefully, Tom, you will know this, is that actually our teams in the room, our team that are here, I would never force anybody to do anything they didn't want to do, but also it's very welcoming. I think Sammy mentioned in the six chat just now, it is very, we created a really inclusive environment, and that's what's really important.
Yeah, you just mentioned Sammy there. She's brand new into the fold. Your Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was a new name to me, having done a few shows with you. That was a new name as well. And the new names become the regulars, and they know how they felt being welcomed, and then they become welcoming to the next round of people coming up behind them as well. And that's exactly the atmosphere and the ethos that you've been running down there. And then they get to perform with some regular members. I've heard the Dame's pretty good this year, as well as some other familiar faces.
Oh, she's up to trouble this year. Nurse Nelly, I mean, she's ready to take some temperatures, let me tell you. She's going to be a little bit difficult, I feel, Nurse Nelly this year. Yes, and and also you were talking about people traveling through. Reese is another fine example, as well as Sarah. Reese started Reese joined us way back when we did Aladdin Junior, which feels like 7 years, 100 years ago now. And Reese joined us and played Aladdin in that, and his journey now has been massive, right the way through to junior ensemble in Panto. Then he was understudy and opened Panto last year because our Dick Whittington wasn't well. So and now has got a role in Panto, playing Percy the henchman, and is now auditioning for theatre schools, which is just sort of crazy, that journey. Sarah, exactly the same, starting in that ensemble and moving her way through to playing a role last year. It's just exciting, and there's so much support, and you'll not only have the best time because A, it's Christmas, what isn't there to love, but B, there is everybody around is so lovely, and we do have such a brilliant time.
The memories I have of Jack and the Beanstalk, the first one, are some of my favorite treasured memories that I have. So thank you for that opportunity, and that's exactly what you're bringing to the table. And with the powerhouse vocals of Kelly Jackson, you've already announced as well. So it's going to be a high caliber show, and your young person could be involved in it. Remind us of the time and the website for them to sign up for these auditions.
So it's the bigpembspanto.com. Get on there and register. And if you don't have time to jump on and register, you can just come down to Vision Arts at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning.
Amazing. Drew, on the spot, favorite song
from ever?
Or in the last couple of weeks. What's been on your mind?
Well, do you know what? I tell you what. We've been talking about our Snow White songs and things, and the one song that's been coming to mind is "One Kiss."
Oh, One Kiss is all it takes, or different.
Yes, one? Yeah,
yes,
that's the one.
There we go.
Because that's all it takes to wake Snow White up. It
just takes yes,
yeah. Drew, it is such a pleasure to catch up with you. I hope the auditions go really well. I hope we'll hear of the other shows coming up between now and Christmas. In the meantime, we've already mentioned Queen. We've had them on the show. Listen back, watch it back. Have a great period. Enjoy Saturday's auditions, and we'll no doubt speak to you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Have a great day, both of you.
Gina, Unscramble answer coming up.
It is indeed. Yeah, stay with us. We're going to have one kiss. Are you ready?
Mwah!
Love it.
Folly Farm, sponsors of The Breakfast Show on